Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name's Gunther. Today we're going to be flying in the Boeing 737-800 4K textured Zibo mod for X-Plane 12. I'm going to be flying from none other than Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport to Zagreb, Croatia. So I hope you're all going to enjoy the flight. It's going to be a good one. Apologies about not streaming yesterday. Had a bit of a hiccup with some things going on, so yeah, we'll be getting back to normal today, and we're going to be doing a nice long flight, about 2 hours, maybe about an hour and a half to flight time. Now, to save time and the boarding process, I have begun the startup procedures. I've already done the pre-flight checks, etc, etc, so we're just waiting now on refueling, catering. As you can see, I think we have cleaners on board, and of course packs are going to take the longest, but while we wait for them, we can do the other FMC setup as usual. Today, don't worry about the off landings and takeoffs. We're going to be doing that with absolutely no issues. We're going to be using that rudder very, very well. I managed to find a walk around for it. So yeah, let's get hopping in. Close the cockpit door. So today, just to give you a quick rundown, we've got 184 people on board and about 8,000 kg of fuel. Parked here at number 10. I think it's number 10A. Let's just have a look on the outside. So the bus is on here, yeah, with the packs. I thought they might bring the let's get rid of those stairs. I thought they might bring the jetway out, so they might still do that. Let's put the seatbelts. Seatbelt signs on. If it doesn't automatically connect, we can just put the stairs back. So yeah, looks like they've gone for the stairs this time. It does happen at some major airports. You'll get next to a jetway like this and it won't connect to it. It is in the right spot for it because it's obviously there, so it'll extend out our way. It seems like it might be for a bigger plane though, so maybe that space behind would have been a bit more appropriate. The one behind seems like it may have been for one jetway. So yeah, what they do is they'll stick the stairs out on the back, but they won't open the door. On occasion, they won't put the stairs at the front either. So we'll have to do that. There we go. Now that's been set up, the packs should be loading up. As you can hear in the background, yeah. So the boarding music is in fact on. Let's just open the door. Brilliant. So the 4K textured Zibo mod works pretty much perfectly. That's the Ryanair livery music. Thank you. So the fuel's on board. We got not long to the IRS. How long have we got? Probably about 2 or 3 minutes, I'm guessing. Wait for it to go off. Yeah, there it is, 3 minutes. And just do that because I like to do that before we go, just double check it. And ground proximity warning system.
Flight slow. Pull up.
We'll let that play out.
Wind shear. Wind shear.
Turn up some lights.
In up. Sink rate. Sink rate. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Don't sink. Don't sink. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Terrain. Flight slow. Bank angle. Bank angle. Approaching minimums.
Minimum.
See the doors open there on the cameras. That's very good, so we'll keep an eye on that. Just keep an eye on the cockpit door. Shame cars seem to be coming in. We should really be squawking 7,000 until we're out of here. Until we get assigned a code, that is, by ATC. Let's not mess around anymore. Keep messing around.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
FMC, so let's go on to...
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
There it is. So going into 8, as you can see.
Obstacle. Obstacle.
It's taken a long time, that GW PS system. Anyway, pace center company route. Flight number today is 247. Ryanair, of course. Call sign is Ryanair 2, so 09 right.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and we're good to
Rannox.
go.
Alright, thank you, fuel. So Rannox 6. So Rannox 5 Golf for the departure, and hopefully ATC's online. Hopefully. Just give me a second, everybody. Let me connect to the VATSIM network. I don't usually do it immediately, just in case there's people on the ramp. It might ruin it. 247. Awesome, connected in. So we've probably got other people at the airport. It's Charles de Gaulle. It's always busy. Whether or not there's going to be any ATC is a different matter. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Yeah, strange that they didn't use jetways. They haven't even brought buses this time. They just put the stairs down. You can hear planes somewhere. Yeah, it says one on the runway. Probably just spawned in. Get back on with the plan. So let's double check our departure route. 09 right, and the departure's there. Let's check the arrival. Arrival's runway 22 Lulu 1 Yankee arrival. Looks like it's all selected, and I think we have discretion there at ILS or not, because it's not selected one for me, so that's pretty good. Activate the route, and we're all good to go. Let's just put our IRS position in. Okay, gate. I think we're at number 10. Can't quite see. I think the number's underneath the engine. It's like X2 or something, or 2X. Let's just put 2 in. I was going to put number 10 in, but it doesn't even seem to be working. Let's put that in. Perform initialization. How are we doing on packs? Okay, packs are still boarding 50%. What can we do in the meantime? We can get a few things sorted, I think. So let's get the window heats on nice in advance. Check the pitot heats, absolutely fine. Really there. So I've actually turned the packs on while we wait to keep it nice and cool, because it's pushing 21 degrees. Turn the cockpit and the cabins down a bit. And today we're given a strange flight that we're going by Simbri for 230. Seems quite low, this 230, especially for a like usually it would be the correct amount, but the flight itself is 1 hour 37 airtime, so that definitely seems too low. Hello, finders, welcome in. Really glad to see you here. Hope you've been well, my friend. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at the ATC. There's no ATC. We're tuned in to Unicom. We know it's 09 right departure, so 122 decimal 8. Sometimes you get an automatic score code. I actually got one in the States when we flew the last flight, but Europe doesn't tend to give you these score codes automatically, which I'd like to see off of VATSIM. So 3741, that'll do. Let's get the flight directors on. Let's make sure all this is working. Okay, nice cost index there, normal cost index of 60. Nice and high. Yeah, let's have a look at the airport as well while we're here. So LFPG. Lima Foxtrot Papa Golf. We just want to see the airport layout. Got a lot of ground movement charts there, a lot of charts. Let's try aerodrome to start. Okay, that's great. That'll be fine. 09 right. And that's down here, is it? Yeah, that's 09 right. So actually pretty close to it. We'll probably just taxi, maybe a straight out taxi to the left. Yeah. Very good. And there's a plane in front just landed. So just take it off on that runway as well. Goodbye to him. And Air France as well. We're going to go back now. We're going to check the charts for the departures. So departures. Do you remember? It's obviously a SID departure for the Ranux 5 Golf. 09 right. As you can see how many runways there are at Charles de Gaulle. Too many. Right, I'll skip that. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. I really can't be bothered to look. Let's look in the... Airport 1 again. Let's just keep that up for reference. Interesting music though. That I mean, like I said, the Zibo 737-800 with the 4K seems to be fine. It gets the livery textures. It does them very well. It gets the background music in. It basically makes each flight like the airline you want to fly as. So, whereas the normal 737 by Zibo doesn't do that. You usually have to customize it yourself. So they've made more effort on this one, I think. So I definitely recommend flying this one rather than the non-4K textured one. You know, it might not make a difference to visually, but it does look pretty damn good, especially on the outside. I mean, look at that. You might not be able to see the quality, but the like the textures and things do look fantastic. The reflections, of course, the shadows, just those little bumps there on the wing, things like that. Let's turn packs off. Just well because we're nearly done boarding, so we'll be doing the engine start soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome on board this flight. To ensure our quick and on-time departure, we kindly ask you to move along the cabin aisle as quickly as possible, and once you found your seats, please step into your seating area to let the other passengers through. You can store your hand luggage either under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartments provided. Please keep emergency exits clear at all times, and we'd like to remind you smoking or drinking your own alcohol is not...
Amazing. That was so incredibly immersive. Okay, we're all loaded up. Great. Let's get rid of that ladder at the front. Just open the door to do it. It's strange it doesn't recognise it's there, but yeah, that's a great announcement. Really, really cool. Taking the time to record that, obviously, in real life. Let's get that door shut. That we're pretty much ready to go. So hydraulics can come on. Beacon lights can come on. APU bleed there. We're good for an engine start. Let's go number 1. introduce fuel. Could have gone up to 36,000, we're only gone up to 230. Go relatively quickly on that one. Let's go for number 2. We'll keep the ignition on continuous in the meantime.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking on behalf of all the crew. Welcome on board this flight. We expect to be departing on schedule today from weather en route discussing previously.
52 on the speed.
The crew will be showing you a safety demonstration. This is for your safety and for those around you, so please give them your full attention.
5.5 on the trim. Did have an issue with the trim last time. I couldn't couldn't get it to pop up on the FMC down there. Anyway, that's us ready to go. Execute routes. Packs coming on. APU bleed off. APU off. I'm not sure if you meant to keep that on while you taxi, but as far as I'm aware, you don't have to. Usually would in the like citation or something like that. Initial altitude, so we didn't check the charts because we couldn't really find it. The initial altitude is coming up as pretty much climbing straight up 230. So might as well just go ahead and put that in. I need 090. We're just thereabouts on the course.
Welcome on board this Ryanair flight. May we have your attention while we point out some of the safety features on this Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Please remove headphones during this demonstration. There are 8 emergency exits.
Flaps 5 degrees.
Door path markings along the cabin aisle.
Right there, 247, taxi into runway 09. Charles de Gaulle traffic. Okay, we need our charts here. I have a feeling we're going to have to go all the way down because we're not supposed to take a right hand turn here, so don't really want to break the rules.
Orly traffic, Eastern, flight level 09, flight level 030, 13 miles out of runway 24.
I think we can continue round and then take a right hand turn there. Yeah, then we'll go up Mike Delta, and then just carry on along November, it seems.
Laptops must be stowed in cabin baggage under the seat in front of you or in the overhead locker for taxi, takeoff and landing. We would like to remind you that smoking is not permitted. Thank you for your attention. Please sit back, relax and enjoy your flight.
Okay, that's the cabin ready. I'll acknowledge that just before takeoff. So this will take us through Delta, then hopefully on to November. Well, it'll be Bravo, Bravo Delta 6, November 4. All the way to the end. Maybe not, we took the turn a little bit early. That's fine, that's fine. Let's just do it till we get there. Hope you're all having a smashing day, everyone. Great airport to fly from, Charles de Gaulle. I don't really fly from here as often as I should. I like to do it when I'm offline and I'm not on streams, but I don't do it on streams as much as I should do. This is a shame, really. We've also had the Q&H before we go as well. I haven't forgot it. And straight to the end. Love a good slow start up. 20 minutes, nice and actually nice and quick, to be fair. We're just gonna go ahead and park here and do our final takeoff checks. Weather radar's coming on. Transponder to TCAS. Cabin ready button. Strobes on. And we need landing lights, turnouts as well.
The Gaulle traffic, France 1 Yankee Bravo, short final 26 left, the Gaulle traffic.
So he's at 26 left, so obviously arriving on the other one, we're departing on runway 09 right. That's fine. We're doing to set the minimums. I'm not really sure how to set them on this. I know there is minimums available. Obviously it's supposed to be 1,000 feet, but it only goes up to 999 on it. So QNH is 1017. Let's just set that down here. So it goes up to 999 on the thing, and the barometric one is more for landing. So unless I'm mixing them up, and it is in fact the baro that's takeoff. Okay, it must be the baro that's takeoff. My mistake. So it'd be 1380 about for the departure minimums, and then when we come into land, I cannot do it. If we come to land, we'll put 200 radio. Right, I don't know why I was mixing that up, so apologies about that. We are pretty much ready to go. Let's give them a call. Charles Gaulle traffic, Ryanair 247 is departing runway 09 right, Radux 5 Golf. Now I have got the rudder sorted, hopefully. I'm using a control for the rudder takeoff specifically, so it should have no issues. Fingers crossed. And the same for the taxi. I'm using the rudder with the controller rather than the yoke. Just double check everything is on, everything's good. I'll set landing altitude when we're in the air. So you can see it's already having trouble there turning on the ground because it's specifically for the rudder for takeoff, so we use the yaw for this. It looks like it's clear right, clear left. Au revoir, Paris. So yeah, obviously when you get on the runway you wouldn't use the tiller steering, that's why the controller's not, as you can see there, the rudder there is not affecting the tiller, so it's specifically for the takeoff roll. We're good to go. I will have to press it down here, take off, go around somehow. Full thrust.
The Gaulle traffic, France 1 Yankee Bravo, runway vacated.
Airspeed is alive. Got good control actually using this rudder. Not really putting much input. There's 80 knots. So I'm going to take control of the yoke in a second. Almost a V1. V1 rotate.
V1 rotate.
I was a little bit early there.
Positive rate.
Positive rate climb, gear up. What a smooth takeoff, everybody. What a difference that makes. What a huge difference on the takeoff roll, just having that dedicated, you know, rudder control instead of the yoke. What a fantastic thing that is.
1,000.
Oh, that was brilliant. Anyway, we're 1,000 feet, so I'm going to track the flaps to 5. Got to change that back to barometric. Slightly pitched down. We don't want to pitch down too much. At the moment it's maintaining 152. I've not selected the LNAV and VNAV, that's why, so it should change speeds now to 230. Retract the flaps fully. Water throttles disengaged, maybe because we're putting a bit too much power. There we go, let's stick. Seems to be pitching down when you could need a bit more speed there. Neutralise the gears, the autopilot on. Charles Gaulle traffic, Ryanair 247, climbing flight level 230, Radix 5 Golf departure. And that's our departure, everybody. It's literally a straight line out of Charles de Gaulle Airport. I mean, it couldn't get better than that. This plane's struggling to pitch up today. It must be quite heavy. 184 packs though, so I'm not surprised. Yeah, literally Ranux. I hope they get this one in the future from Charles de Gaulle. Literally fly straight out. Never had it any an easier departure than that. There she goes, smooth climbing from here, so standard pressures. Rejected takeoff coming off, transponder's still on, ignition could probably come off at this point. Need to check the landing altitude of Croatia, but I'm pretty sure it's not 5,000 feet, that was for a different place. All the anti-ice is on, everything's looking pretty good, we're pressurising nice and well. We should be above 10,000 feet at least. Yeah, so a pretty slow climb out today. Zagreb International, so elevation 350 feet, nearly standard pressure. The landing lights are coming off. Seatbelt signs are coming off. Lulu 1 Yankee. I know we got plenty of time to get there. I just want to do it nice and early. So this runway, it's probably an RNAV, runway 22. It's obviously the RNAV, that's the instrument approach on the chart. Okay, nice and complicated. It's kind of like a circuit. We'll have to figure that out when we get there. Ours is on there somewhere, so we'll be coming in from one of those angles. And then obviously landing runway 22. It's our discretion if there's no ATC. What kind of approach, you know, we could come in for the RNAV and do the ILS. Or we could go for the RNAV approach, depends. Just have a look at the actual approaches as well. See what's... Yeah, ILS isn't an RNAV on there. ILS Yankee 22. Okay, quite a high one on this one, so we'll get to Zagreb 4,000 feet. So for 4,000, 3.5, and 350. Well, when we're out there space, we won't hear them anymore, so we don't have to worry about that too long. Weather-wise, I mean, it's pretty clear. We don't have to worry. Paris, France, in the entirety of Europe at the moment, even England is looking very clear, so make the most of it. Oh, look at that wing flex on there. Okay, estimated flight time is supposed to be 1 hour 37 air time. It's been a half an hour now. We are already in the air, so we'll probably get there about 3:30, I think. If there's going to be a tailwind, which I think there is, because that wind's almost a tailwind now. Means we'll get there quicker, obviously. If there's a headwind, it's the opposite case. I'm going to just step away, get a drink. You can do the same. Obviously, I hope you're enjoying the flight. I hope you're enjoying the stream. More 737 smooth takeoff and landings are definitely coming on the channel, so don't worry about it.
Thousand to go.
around the cabin, but we do have CPR adjustments. Just start making fastened in safety towards any damage. Otherwise, invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Thanks for the question, Finders. Just saw it. Is there a button with label category 3? So that label down here is simply just the category of approach that you can do in this aircraft. So this plane is rated up to category 3 approach. There's no button on it. You know, you don't push a button for a category 3 approach, you just do a category 3 approach. So most of them are 2 and 3, class 2 and 3. If you go into the charts on the airport, I usually would tell you what kind of approach it is. And it'll say category. So this one is an ILS category 1. So we're obviously clear to do that. That's where I find us. So it's ready for category 3 if it needs to be. They're just categories of instrument landing systems. It just basically tells you how accurate the system is, you know. So category 1 is 200 meters, category 2 is 300 meters, and then category 3 is 200 meters again. And they have a specific equipment and procedures. In our case, you know, we got our ILS frequencies, we got our approach buttons, we got the main control panel there for the autopilot to use and guide us. Yeah, well, of course. So it's more about the aircraft, the aircraft's capabilities, because the airport's probably going to be equipped with quite a lot of things in it as well. If it's a Category 3 approach, most international airports have them. Just more specialised equipment. It means it makes the approach more specific. I don't really know how to word it the best. It makes them very specific, so the aircraft has the specific equipment which will make the guidance system more accurate. It won't break as easily, it won't get interfered with as easily. The the ground equipment from the airport will send signals to the aircraft pretty much instantly without interference, and then that way with the Category 3, if you're landing on Category 3, you can land without visibility. So in the Category 1 you can technically land with visibility whenever you want, obviously providing you don't need to do a go around. Category 3, if there's no visibility, you can just land anyway, even though you would do a go around in the step light on a Category 1, if that makes sense. So Category 3, if you can't see it, you've got the equipment on the aircraft Category 3 equipped, and the airport is you can continue with 0 visibility. So yeah, the airport has to be at the same level as well. Well, brilliant timing, everyone. Just returned to the cockpit. My sweets have just arrived, so I've got some nice sweets here to chew on. I don't know if you've heard of them. I think they're American, but something called Uncle Joe's. Yes, they're very interesting. I hope you're enjoying the flights. I hope you got the info you needed to find us. We won't be landing at Category 1, as I say. It's only Category 1 at Zagreb Airport, so nothing too exciting. We'll have to try Category 3, I'm guessing. Hong Kong's probably Category 3 because of the monsoons that they have out there and things, and the you know, severe winds and just bad storms in general. So we'll have to fly to Hong Kong properly without crashing. And we'll get there in one piece. Chupri. No, like I say, it's called Uncle Joe's lozenges, so some kind of sweets. It's like it's got a picture of a cannabis leaf on the front, but it's not. it's not. It is candy. Yeah. Good amount of candy for the flight. Let's rot our teeth. Cool, blimey, this thing's gonna blow my head off. It's got tons of oils in it. Like, it's got something called, obviously, aniseed oil. Now, I don't know if anyone knows that, but I'm really not keen on aniseed oil at all. It's very strong in taste. Licorice, not too fond of licorice either, so personally, like, for me, these kind of sweets, I don't mind them, but they're certainly not one to snack on regularly, that's for sure. Oh man, they are they are so tasty, those sweets. I just had like one and that was it. It's a hard boiled sweet, so it's got a little bit of strength to it. Honestly, for a licorice containing sweet, that's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, great brand. Easy to suckle on. Nice smooth taste to it, nice smooth finish, no strong bitter taste after. Oh, the fantastic finders. Highly recommend them. You could probably get them cheap. I mean, these I got 5 packets, right, for like £1 each. So that's pretty damn cheap. Uncle Joe's lozenges. Very tasty. We are in fact coming into Zagreb. Not that far really from Paris. I mean, obviously at the moment we're over Germany. See, this is where the Rhineland stretches, isn't it? Germany right down south to Austria. It's bizarre. I mean, Germany used to own, when they had the empire, of course. We all know about that. I'm not talking about the World War II for that. I'm talking about before that. We should all know the history. They owned like a considerable amount of land in this area, so pretty much the whole of this. Maybe not the whole of it, but they had a significant foothold in it, and even further abroad as well. So pretty cool. I need to try your licorice candy finders. I'd love to try it, thank you. It's given us about 40 minutes on VATSIM radar. That's how I get my ETA. So, obviously I use VATSIM-radar.com. I know some of you know about it now, but that's literally how I find out how long I've got left. And then that way you can plan the arrival. A little bit of a cheap way, to be honest. Aside from using the FMC. You can already see in the FMC we're going to be descending the next waypoint. So, get the Lud is the arrival. Excuse me. Nice and clear. There's literally one other aircraft in front. He's actually very close to our altitude. Oh, I see he's descending. He's coming this way though, so we're going to be careful he doesn't crash into us. As long as he's 1,000 feet above or below, we'll be alright. Seems like he is. Now, even though it's 28 degrees in Zagreb, there's also strong winds at the moment, about 30 knots. Keeping an eye out for this plane. He might be at a different altitude, but still, it's important, you know. TCAS, it's still important to have an awareness of it playing in the area, visually if you can. Okay, he's just gone from the radar. Maybe he was crashing, maybe he crashed. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at 143. So we'll add 5 knots for the wind. Obviously wind correction plus 5, it says it there. So it gives us about 148. So let's do that. Let's do 40 degrees of flaps at 148. Be sure to put the slash in. Now that'll change, obviously, because the weight will change. And we checked on the chart, so I think the chart said something like 4,000 feet. Yeah, around 4,000. They're heading the 223, and then go round will probably be in there, and that'll be the hold in as well. If we do need to go around, we'll just go back to this waypoint. Let's set the course actually while we're waiting. So 223, and we set the heading as well in a second. So it's picking up. I've tuned a few things, and I've tuned the ILS. It said it's 109.1. I've tuned something on the VOR on the co-pilot side there, so that might be what this is. Okay, I think I'm overreacting. We got 170 nautical miles to go. So beg my pardon. I'll let you enjoy until we get to the descent. It is looking a bit foggy though, so we may have that challenging approach when we get there. Fingers crossed. It is at the moment fine. This is changed a little bit. If you mean if it's on real world weather, so real world time weather, so it'll change corresponding to whatever's happening there. At the moment, it was looking clear earlier, but now I'm kind of thinking when we get there, it's probably not going to be as clear as I expect it to. I mean, looking at the cloud formations here, these are quite like storm. These are storm. You know, this is how storms start. We're right in the thick of it, and there's quite a lot of them. It look like pockets. I don't really know what's going on with the clouds. I've never seen it like this before. Just looks like storms are coming up, thunder and turbulence and things, and rain, clouds. Sort of in the middle at the moment. Hopefully we avoid it. Saying 174 nautical miles to Lulud. I did just find it on the approach. It says we've got to fly to the DME, which I've already tuned in on the VOR, sorry, on the co-pilot side. But on the approach, we don't have it. Because it's saying fly to this thing. So Lulud, like from this angle. Okay, I suppose that'll work, and then we take a right hand turn. We just have to wait and see. I just hope it doesn't do the old snake pattern for the approach again. Got the frequency tuned in. I did just check that's him. There's one other plane arriving at the airport currently. Can't quite see him on the map, but he is there. He's down here somewhere on the Croatia approach. Okay, cool new feature actually on that in radar is you can plan out your approach. So I've just entered the Lulu 1 Yankee arrival, which is what we need, and I've put in our nav for runway 22, and it's given us a standard sort of traffic pattern entry, which is ideal. So we might as well do that. That's a really cool new feature though on these sites. Let's go ahead and enter that in. It's going to be nice and turbulent, so we might as well get prepared early. So check the arrival. It should already semi-programmed in. So we got the Lulu 1 Yankee, which is correct. It did say there was an RNAV option on advancing radar, but I've not seen the chart. I mean, we have just seen the charts for it as well. Well, we haven't, but it's saying there's one there. Alright, let's try that. So hopefully that'll take us straight to final. Unload. Okay, great. So that's how I expected it to go. So we'll come down almost parallel to the runway, and then we'll make that right hand turn to final. But the right hand turn here is going to be quite low down. We'll probably be about maybe 3,000 feet. The approach is saying, it keeps changing his mind, but it did say about 4,000 feet and then 3,000 feet. So about 3,500 feet by this point. Okay, that's the approach done. And then go around and a hold position, presumably. I don't think we'll need it. Pretty select the altitude. So when we get to the TD, the top of descent, we should be able to automatically start slowing down and descending at that point, probably to about 250. Looking beautiful out here. Absolutely fantastic. So mountains as standard. It'd be great if they could add animals. If anyone is interested in flying on Microsoft Flight Simulator, they're adding a Jurassic Park addition to it, which I think looks brilliant, but it'd probably cost a bomb. Oh wow, the colours just come in. It'd be so cool to have the same kind of thing on X-Plane 12, you know, just animals, people, bring the world alive a little bit. Oh, I hope so, Finders. I hope you all take that apology about the last flight's takeoff and landing seriously. I've got it resolved now with the remote, so we're using a separate rudder system, which is entirely dedicated for takeoff and landings. To be fair though, I have never used the spares. The spares are basically just a spare bulb. If you need this thing up here, spare bulbs. Nothing too serious. Okay, quick date. We just did a quick calculation, so 20 minutes is 100 nautical miles by 314 in the airspeed. Gave me 20 minutes. So distance over speed for the time. I have done the calculations in the past about top of descent and things, but since the computer does it for you, especially in these modern airliners, there's pretty much no need to do it yourself. And a lot of the time ATC will give you them as well, give you the descent and vectors. In fact, it was only when I was playing on FlightGate that I used to do the top of descent calculation myself. Yeah, nothing serious, Finders. It's a shame, really. I mean, I don't think anyone's used that spare bulb in their entire excuse me, career. Maybe they have, but I just cannot see that happening. That's probably more for engineering, to be honest, and maintenance. Escape rope, though, they've had to use that. Occasionally, you see a pilot pop out the window and on it. But yeah, the spare bulb really never gets used, as far as I'm aware anyway. Could have been. What they need to do though on this aircraft is a great plane. This is how Laminar Research should have made their default aircraft. You know, they should have made it this quality, this interactive, because everything in this cockpit is pretty much interactable. It might not be operational, but it's working. Whereas on the default 737, none of this part is working. I can't even push this button to test the lights on it. Yeah, going back to the Zibo should, I think, in order to get this to, I mean, it's already great, but to take it to next level, there are kinks that could be ironed out, like these details here, maybe smooth them out a little bit. Some texturing problems in the 4K one down here. This looks super realistic from this angle on the circuit breakers board. That looks super realistic. I mean, they're all 3D modelled buttons, but again, they need to make these functional. There's none of them are working, and that'll just make it take it to a whole other level, won't it? Okay, so there's that VOR. We tuned in. So we fly to the VOR and start our approach. Yeah, I can't imagine using that. It's going to be a tight fit getting out that cockpit window though. The cockpit itself is tiny. You know, so if you're like a 6-foot man, 6'2", 6'3", you're going to struggle to get out this thing. Pretty fortunate they'll find us. I mean, most people don't get to go in the cockpits, either because they don't ask or they don't get allowed in. But yeah, that's great. I was gonna do a video back in April of a 737 flight simulator, so you could have seen the whole, like, wouldn't have been a real cockpit, it would have just been an actual training sim. So, but still, that it gives you a real sense of how small it is and how little room there is. And I'm thinking maybe for a future video I need to do a video of that, of the flight simming on the actual 737 trainer. So it'd be like a full simulator, if that makes sense. And everything on it will be working, so that'd be a pretty cool video. Getting the transition level, it's 353, we've already got that on the charts. Transition level is 11,000 feet, or 9,500 feet there. A maximum 250 knots, that's fine. Probably be on approach speed by that point.
running ahead of schedule and the weather conditions are looking good at our destination. We'll be touching down in less than 30 minutes, so do make your way back to your seats. Thanks for choosing to fly with us today, and it's been a pleasure having you on board.
Brilliant, brilliant. That voice sounds awfully familiar, doesn't it? Love it. Anyway, yeah, we're arriving ahead of schedule apparently, according to the announcements. Let's enjoy this. It's only been, well, I say ahead of schedule, we're 1 hour 50 in. It did take us half an hour to start up, and we did estimate 2.5 hours, so yeah, we're ahead of schedule there. Brilliant. There's Lulu 1 Yankees our arrival, so we'll have to slow down and descend pretty quickly. I'll probably go straight down to 4,000 feet. Let's go for number 1 on the auto brake. Don't need it today on the max. Everything else is looking good. The ice can come off at this temperature. It's already 14 degrees. So grab traffic. Ryanair 247 is descending flight level 160 for the Lulu 1 Yankee arrival, runway 22. And the lights are nice and early. Let's decelerate. Looking at that first notch, very high speed. Shouldn't really do it this high, but it is what it is, isn't it? Top of descent was probably giving us the too late, because we're really close now to it. Okay, let's set minimums, so 200 feet. Five degrees of flaps. Drag required, that's fine. Let's double check our landing speed. So, about the same as we calculated earlier. About 148. It's looking good. Not going down quick enough. Let's get it down a bit quicker than this. Okay, the throttle's messing up the oh, it's a flap setting. Something's messing up there on the settings. Clicking all over the place. Strange, isn't it? So I wonder what point you have to actually put it at to not cause that to happen. Again, descending way too slow. That vertical speed on, it stops. Getting these things set up with the flaps and things, it's a pain. I mean, even though you might do it correctly, it will pitch and trim all over the place like crazy, which is not, it's not accurate to the real aircraft. Okay, cabin's ready. Let's acknowledge it. Everything's pretty much on. Lights, flaps, transponder. Good to land, I think. Just have to give our radio call out as we slow down. And then we get slow speeds like this, it trims like crazy when it shouldn't. So on the approach mode. So it's locked on, it's come up with single channel. This aircraft doesn't have an auto land on it. I know some people might think it has, but it hasn't. We will keep the auto throttle off, it's going to keep disconnecting otherwise. And we'll set 148 final speed. Okay, there's the vertical localizer. Just wait till I'm final before we get that call out. Don't want anyone in the area to get scared. Nice and symmetrical there to the runway. Parallel, sorry. There we go. Should start descending now on the glide slope. As you can see, the MCP lights have gone off, but it's still actively engaged here, and the autopilot is still on. So unless we disconnect it, it'll fly the plane towards the runway for us. There it is, straight ahead. Zagreb traffic, Ryanair 247 is 9 nautical mile final for the on-of approach, runway 22. Another notch of flaps.
$2,500.
Usually that works with alternate horn cutout. Stick our gear down then, a little bit early. Flaps 30, flaps 40. There's the outer marker.
1,000.
There's 1,000 feet. Disconnect the autopilot.
Approaching minimums. 200 minimum.
Continue.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Gonna kick out the reversers. Possibly, don't think they're working. Oh well, we can stop naturally with
80 knots.
brakes. Auto brake 1 did a semi-decent job. I didn't want to make it a rough landing for people. There's Ryanair music. Flaps up.
Yours, and we look forward to welcoming Ryanair.
Low fares, smooth landings, especially when I'm flying. Ain't that right? Takes the lights. Keep transponder on for the moment. Awesome. Get the APU kicked into gear. So that one there, let's find us, is 05. That's a category 2 and 3 runway. Runway 22 isn't. Do we need the charts? Let me just have a quick gander at the next holding point. Now that's GA parking right there. We don't want that. We want these strobes off though. Just hold there a second. APU on, APU bleeder, transponder to standby for the moment. Okay, landed runway 22. I think we took Charlie off the runway, didn't we? So, or Bravo, yeah, Bravo. So we're off Bravo, there's general aviation, quite far taxi to the apron east. So let's go for hotspot 1 and 2 perhaps, around that area, maybe here, so not far from us, just straight ahead on our right. is what appears to be some kind of terminal parking. So let's go down there. We can already see the terminal outside as well. Brilliant. Welcome to Zagreb. Okay, great, good approach, great landing as well. Let's get the engine shut down, the APU's on, so you can cut the fuel off with no concern there about anything shutting down. Turn the ignitions back to off as well. Leave one on for the APU. Packs off, isolation on. Pitos, window heats. That's pretty much it. And beacons, of course. So they should bring buses to deload the packs. Turn the pack seats off. Ground services. Okay. There we go, automatic. Forward, and that should now bring the PAX bus to us. Hopefully. Oh, we almost had a crash then. It lagged out. There we go, PAX and cargo unloading. So yeah, well, thank you for enjoying the flight with me. I really enjoyed the use of that controller for the rudder though. It's made it a hell of a lot more enjoyable than struggling with the yoke. Obviously that controls tiller. As you can see there, the rudder is separate, so really cool to see that function. We are going to continue this week in a different aeroplane. It probably won't be the 737 tomorrow. It'll probably be the Citation, and then we'll continue. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, we'll continue in this amazing specimen of an aircraft at some future points, probably Friday. I wish you all well. Thank you for watching, Finders. Thank you to everyone else, any more regulars. Thank you for anyone who's new. I hope you enjoyed the landing. Please feel to scrutinise, give feedback, and we fly plenty of European flights on this channel, day and night sectors, so please join us for that as well. I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.